Friends, Providence, guests all around the world, welcome to another edition of Ask Pastor Williams Anything. This week's question is very interesting. The question is, Pastor Williams, what is blind faith and how do I develop it? I think that's a wonderful question. The answer is, I have no idea. When I study the Bible doesn't tell me anything about blind faith. The Bible simply tells me that faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So I can't tell you how to develop blind faith, but I can tell you how to develop faith. Think about it like this. Do you have any idea how aerodynamics gets an airplane in the air, but you still fly? Most of us have no idea how combustible engines work. We still drive cars. Do you really know what your dentist is doing in your mouth, but you still let him or her get in there? The truth of the matter is there's a lot of things that we don't know a priori in advance before it gets done, but because it is the way of our society, we trust. We trust the airlines and the pilots enough to allow ourselves to get on an airplane and go way up in the sky. We trust the car manufacturers enough that we allow ourselves to get inside these vehicles and drive them at speeds in excess of 50, 60 miles per hour. We trust the dentist enough to allow him or her to take this little silver tool and all in our mouth. We don't know what they are doing, but we trust. If you are going to believe in God, you've got to trust. Not only do I trust that the airplane is not going to crash, but I really want what the airplane has to offer because I want to get to my destination. Same with the car. Same with the dentist. There's an outcome from what they are doing, which is why we engage with them in the first place. And our trust is not only that they will accomplish what they plan, but that our outcome will be achieved. Well, God's got some great outcomes in the Bible. Outcomes that talk about where you're going to spend your eternal resting place. Outcomes that talk about you having life and having it more abundantly. Outcomes that talk about God watching over you and keeping you every day of your life. And so if you want those outcomes, the same way you want to get to your destination in a plane or a car, the same way you want to have healthy and perfect teeth with your dentist, there's going to be some trusting that goes on. You develop your faith by engaging the spiritual disciplines, connecting with other people in the faith who wildly are just following this God simply because we believe in the things God says. So, connect with the church home. Find a fellowship of believers who believe what you believe. And there in that church home, you'll be able to grow in the faith. Oh, Pastor Williams, you're just saying that because you're a pastor. I don't need to connect with the church home. Can I do this on my own? Absolutely. Is God and are the Holy Spirit and Jesus Christ, are they so amazing that you can and will be able to grow in the faith by yourself? You sure can. But it's so much easier to be done in fellowship. The Bible tells, forsake not the assembling of yourselves together, as is the custom of some, in Hebrews 10:25. Basically, that's saying, assemble, gather together. This is how faith is built. You got to hear the narratives and the stories and the testimonies of people in these houses of worship who have believed against all belief, who have trusted against all trust, and that will lay the foundations for you to walk with the Lord. I wish I could tell you there's a more complicated way of building this faith. But God has put a church on every corner, different denominations, different musical talents, different races, different everything, just so there be one church that is perfect for you. Find a house of worship. Find a community of faith that works for you. Oh, Reverend Williams, I tried the whole church thing, but man, I got hurt, I got burned, and I'm done. Well, hurting people hurt other people. And it is possible to connect with the church and get hurt. Because church hurt is real. And we, the people of the church, can acknowledge that we make mistakes. But you're going to tell me of all the churches in the city where you live, particularly here in Atlanta, that God has not placed one? You're not so committed to your own growth and your own maturation spiritually that God cannot find you to the one place that is going to help you grow, that is going to help you develop your faith? I think you can do that. I think God is worth it. I think God has been so good and so amazing in your life and in mine that it is worth overcoming some of those hills that we've had from our past experiences to move forward into the promised land that God has for you. So sure, I could give you this overly spiritual answer that you develop blind faith by praying every day and reading your Bible and take a chicken's foot and pour oil on it and march around it 7 times while you chant out loud. Sure. But the simple answer is find a church home. Find a pastor who will love you and will care for you. Find church people that want to pray with you and want to push you in the faith. Find people who really desire to grow in the grace and knowledge of Jesus Christ. And when you find your community of faith, don't just take from them, but give to them as well. Give to them your love, your energy, your grace, your talents, your gifts. And then together, this is how the kingdom of God gets expanded. So I can't tell you how to develop blind faith because I don't exactly know what was meant by blind faith, but I do know how you develop faith. And that is done with a community of believers. Find a church home. I'm so interested in you finding a church home that here's what I'll tell you. I want you to come check out Providence and visit us because obviously self-serving, why wouldn't I want you to come to Providence? But Providence isn't meant for everybody, but here's what I will offer to you. You connect with me, you find me, I will sit down with you, figure out what you are looking for, and I will find somebody in this city that will be a perfect place for you to grow in the faith. I'm committed to that for you because although I love my church, I'm much more interested in the kingdom. And building the kingdom means everything to me, just like I'm sure it means a lot to you. This is an excellent question, and I thank you so much for submitting it. I pray that you'll reach out. You can contact me or call the church directly at 678-561-4115. Call or text, and either I or one of my team will get right back in touch with you so that you and I can connect and you can grow in the faith and we can help you find a church home expeditiously. I love you. And God bless you. This is Ask Pastor Williams Anything. Please keep the questions coming.